Welcome back everyone to Let's Play Pokemon Green version. Last time we pretty much went through the Sandbar Gym and defeated Blaine, and now we're pretty much going to do a couple of trades and also take care of some battles with trainers. So this person wants to trade my Venonat for her Tangela. This is pretty much the easiest way of getting a Tangela, so it's pretty much what I'm going to be doing. So, sending over my Venonat across the link cable, and the trainer has received my Venonat. And for my Venonat, they send a Tangela. It looks just like Forest in the, as far as icons go. And so there's our new Tangela. Thanks, pal! How's my old Tangela? My Venonat is doing great. Well, let's check it out. Crinkles? That's a nice name. And again, all of these traded Pokemon always have funny nicknames. So now, there's nothing else to do here in this island at all, considering I've pretty much done it all now. But now, time to put, let's put Shocker in the lead. I put both Forest and Stinger back into the PC so then I could do these two trades. And off screen, well, basically the majority of what I did this morning was fill up the Pokédex. And boy, that took quite a while. Cinnabar in the west has a lab for Pokemon. And let's see just what this trainer has to offer. A Poliwag, of course. Basically everything here is going to be water type. So, let's... Oops, I forgot to turn battle animation back on. Okay, well, we'll just have to deal with no Thunder Punch animation for this one battle. I basically turned off the battle animations for while I was training my Pokemon off screen. Wait! That was a bit of a blunder on my part. There we go. It's back on now. Cinnabar is a volcanic island. Okay, let's see. These two trainers are facing the wrong way! Or maybe they're facing the right way, but they just weren't intending to be facing towards where I would be going. Oh well. I wasn't the one who put them facing that way, but whatever. So now we'll be able to see Thunder Punch this time around. There we go. And that takes care of that Shelter, and I believe she has 2 Shelters and a Cloyster. And yet another Thunder Punch. Shelters do have pretty high defense, though. No, it is a good thing that I have an equally or even higher offense, or stronger offense, to outmatch its defense. Because you know what they say, a good offense is a good defense. Or something along those lines. I'm not really sure how that phrase goes entirely, but whatever. Will that growth grow bigger inside Cloyster? Perhaps. No one knows, aside from the Cloyster. I swam here from Cinnabar Island. Well, so did I, but you don't see me bragging. Oh well. Let's see, Goldeen. You know, they're not quite as commonly seen in this game as I thought, unless you go fishing very often, which I actually didn't really do too much fishing in this LP aside from whenever I got a new fishing rod to demonstrate it. aside from that, I've almost never used the fishing rods. I always stuck to the grass and caves, and also surfing. But then again, with surfing, you can never find, or you cannot use the fishing rods at all because it won't let you. I'm so disappointed. Pokemon have taken over an abandoned mansion on Sandbar. You don't say. Considering I've already been there and done everything that I need to. Let's see. Time for Razor Tooth to shine for now. I rode my bird Pokemon here. So now it's a prehistoric pterodactyl Pokemon versus a bunch of small birds. Okay, that one's not so small. He's probably just as big, but not bigger. Let's take him out with Hyper Beam. Man, that's awesome. Especially when it crickles. Okay, let's go with Bite for this Fearow. Does he have 3 Fearows, or does he have 2 Fearows and something else? Ah, oh, where's that crickle when you need it? Oh, right when I don't need it, I get a crickle. That's just how this game works sometimes. It gives you a crickle when you don't need it, and when you need it, you don't get one. And, of course, these trainers always use the moves that never work in battle, like Whirlwind and Roar. It works with wild Pokemon, but not in trainer battles. My birds can't fly me back! Yes they can. So long as they know the HM move Fly, then they can take you back. And 1 Pokemon for this guy, and he has a Staryu. Let's go Dragon Rage, see how many hits it'll take. Well, looks like he only has like around 75 HP maybe. Ooh, super critical on my end. Not so good when I'm the one receiving one of those. So I was right, he probably had around 75 or 60 HP. I should have been buffing up my Pokemon, not me! Nice. And this is one of the last trainers that's in the general map. Are you on vacation too? There's 2 other trainers, one by the power plant that I got Shocker at. The one that I skipped over, of course, and the trainer that we couldn't do anything about back when we passed her by at Mount Moon, or at least the route connecting Mount Moon to Cerulean City. Which, I can go and battle either of them at any point now if I wanted to. I just haven't really thought about battling either of them. I might do so. Well, I'm not sure when I want to do so, but I know I'll do so eventually, just so then I'll have covered each and every single trainer battle in the game. Because I'm just that thorough, I guess. Let's go with Hyper Beam. This is his last Pokemon. Or her last Pokemon, I don't remember. There we go. And I could just tell that I was gonna get a level up due to that little pause between it happening and when I pushed the button. No mercy at all! Seafoam used to be one island. Okay, so now back to Fuchsia. Because that's where the next trade is. Okay, well, not exactly at Fuchsia, but it's close enough. Just a quick heal, and I'm not really expecting to get much done in this video, actually, considering, well, I have a ton of Pokédex entries to go through, and I mean a ton. Also, I've been training up my Dratini that I won at the Game Corner, and it's at level 30 right now, and it which means it's now evolved into a Dragonair. Here he is. I'm looking for SLOWBRO. Want to trade one for Lickitung? Yes, this is the last trade that I need to do in the game. There's a couple others that I could do, but I don't need to because I already have the Pokemon they're offering. Okay, connect the cable like so. And there goes my SLOWBRO. It's chomping down on a Shelder. And now it'll chomp down on that Shelder while in that guy's possession. So, bye-bye, SLOWBRO. It was nice knowing ya. And hello, Lickitung, who, ironically enough, cannot learn Lick in this game. and you'd think that that would be its main attack, but it doesn't even learn that. And that there is Lickitung. Hey, thanks! Isn't my old Lickitung great? Yeah. Mark? Okay. And it knows Disable, Defense, Curl, Slam, and Screech, but then again it is at a high level, so let's see. Yeah, that's just how far into the Pokédex I've gotten. So, where is the first entry that I want to go to? Here it is. I know which one I want to look over first, and it's the first one that we haven't even seen yet in the LP. ARBOK, the COBRA Pokemon. It is rumored that the ferocious warning marks on its belly differ from area to area. Next is RAICHU, the evolved form of Pikachu, the mouse Pokemon. Its long tail serves as a ground to protect itself from its own high voltage power. So it basically has too much power for its own good. Let's see, SANDSLASH, the mouse Pokemon. There sure are a lot of mouse Pokemon around in this game, apparently. Curls up into a spiny ball when threatened. It can roll while curled up to attack or escape. Next up is Vulpix, the fox Pokemon. At the time of birth, it has just one tail. The tail splits from its tip as it grows older. And next is Ninetales, another fox Pokemon. Very smart and very vengeful. Grabbing one of its many tails could result in a 1,000-year curse. So don't be grabbing a Ninetales by the tail. It's not a good idea. Next up is Vileplume, the flower Pokemon. The larger its petals, the more toxic pollen it contains. Its big head is heavy and hard to hold up. Hence why it's holding it up in this picture right there. Okay, let's see, what's the next one? I believe it's... I believe Venomoth, the poison moth Pokemon. The dust-like scales covering its wings are color-coded to indicate the kinds of poison it has. And next up is Meowth, the Scratch Cat Pokemon. Adores circular objects, wanders the streets on a nightly basis to look for drop-to-loose change. Persian, the classy cat Pokemon. Although its fur has many admirers, it is tough to raise as a pet because of its fickle meanness. Next up is PSYDUCK. We never actually got to see one of these in battle yet, surprisingly. The duck Pokemon. While lulling its enemies with its vacant look, this wily Pokemon will use psychokinetic powers. And despite it saying that it has psychokinetic powers, it is not part psychic, it's just a pure water type. Next up is its evolved form, GOLDUCK, the duck Pokemon. Often seen swimming elegantly by lake shores, it is often mistaken for the Japanese monster Kappa. I'm not sure what a Kappa is, but I'll just take their word for it as far as this is going. Next up is Mankey's evolved form, PRIMEAPE. the pig monkey Pokemon, always furious and tenacious to boot. It will not abandon chasing its quarry until it is caught. Let's see, next up is Arcanine, the legendary Pokemon. A Pokemon that has been admired since the past for its beauty. It runs agilely as if on wings. Next up is POLIWHIRL, Poliwag's evolved form, the tadpole Pokemon, capable of living in or out of water. When out of water, it sweats to keep its body slimy. Okay, probably too much information right there. Next is Poliwhirl's evolved form, POLIWRATH, who gains a fighting type upon evolution. The tadpole Pokemon, an adept swimmer at both the front crawl and breaststroke, easily overtakes the best human swimmers. Remember when I said to that one swimmer to the south of Fuchsia? This was the Pokemon that I was referring to. Okay, let's see. KADABRA, Abra's evolved form, the Psy Pokemon. It emits special alpha waves from its body that induce headaches just by being close by. And next is ALAKAZAM. Same species of Pokemon as KADABRA and Abra. Its brain can outperform a supercomputer. Its intelligence quotient, or IQ for short, is said to be 5,000. That's one smart Pokemon! And it probably would have been useful for my math test. Oh well. Let's see, MACHOP, the superpower Pokemon. Loves to build its muscles. It trains in all styles of martial arts to become even stronger. MACHOP, or Machoke as it's officially called, the superpower Pokemon in MACHOP's evolved form. Its muscular body is so powerful it must wear a power save belt to be able to regulate its motions. And to get its evolved form Machamp, you have to trade. Same with Alakazam. For Poliwrath, you need a Water Stone to evolve it. Machamp, the superpower Pokemon, and it has 4 arms. Using its heavy muscles, it throws powerful punches that can send the victim clear over the horizon. Let me see. What else is there? Okay, Bellsprout, the flower Pokemon, a carnivorous Pokemon that traps and eats bugs. It uses its root feet to soak up needed moisture. WEEPINBELL, the Flycatcher Pokemon. It spits out poison powder to immobilize the enemy and then finishes it with a spray of acid, which is another move. VICTREEBEL, the Flycatcher Pokemon, and the evolved form of WEEPINBELL through use of a leaf stone. Said to live in huge colonies deep in jungles, although no one has ever returned from there. Probably because maybe they got eaten by it? I don't know. You never know with this type of Pokemon. And the ever-annoying Tentacool, the jellyfish Pokemon, drifts in shallow seas. Anglers who hook them by accident are often punished by its stinging acid. Tentacruel, the evolved form of Tentacool, and the jellyfish Pokemon. The tentacles are normally kept short. On hunts, they are extended to ensnare and immobilize prey. Geodude we've seen since the beginning. Graveler, the evolved form of Geodude. You can't see it in this game, but it actually has 4 arms, just like Machamp. The rock Pokemon. Rolls down slopes to move. It rolls over any obstacle without slowing or changing its direction. And Golem, another Pokemon that you need to trade to evolve. The Megaton Pokemon. Its boulder-like body is extremely hard. It can easily withstand dynamite blasts without damage. That would be probably very handy. Rapidash, the Fire Horse Pokemon. Very competitive, this Pokemon will chase anything that moves fast in the hopes of racing it. Okay, and Slowpoke, the dopey Pokemon. incredibly slow and dopey. It takes 5 seconds for it to feel pain when under attack. So if you were to yank at its tail, it would take 5 seconds for it to even notice. Don't want to repeat it. SLOWBRO, the hermit crab Pokemon. The shelter that is latched onto Slowpoke's tail is said to feed on the host's leftover scraps. Let's see. Next up is Magnemite, the magnet Pokemon. Uses anti-gravity to stay suspended, appears without warning, and uses Thunder Wave and similar moves. Magneton, which is a trio of Magnemites, the magnet Pokemon, formed by several Magnemites linked together. They frequently appear when sunspots flare up. Then I guess a sunspot really flared up when I found one. We've already seen Farfetch'd, Doduo, and I don't think we've seen Dodrio's entry yet. Dodrio, the triple bird Pokemon, uses its 3 brains to execute complex plans. While 2 heads sleep, 1 head stays awake. I think I actually quoted that earlier in the LP. Seal, the sea lion Pokemon. The protruding horn on its head is very hard. It is used for bashing through thick ice, so I suppose its specialty is using headbutt, or as I like to call it, head first as always! Dugong, my favorite water Pokemon. The sea lion Pokemon. Stores thermal energy in its body, swims at a steady 8 knots even in intensely cold waters. And it also gains an ice type upon evolution. Let's see, we've already seen Grimer and Muck, but we haven't seen the entry for Shellder and Cloyster yet. Shellder, the bivalve Pokemon. Its hard shell repels any kind of attack. It is vulnerable only when its shell is open and when it's sticking out its tongue. Cloyster, the bivalve Pokemon that needs a Water Stone to evolve and gains an extra ice type. When attacked, it launches its horn in quick volleys. Its innards have never been seen. I doubt anyone would want to see them anyway. Onyx, the rock snake Pokemon. As it grows, the stone portions of its body harden to become similar to a diamond, but colored black. That's pretty interesting. And now Hypno, the Hypnosis Pokemon in the evolved form of Drowsy. When it locks eyes with an enemy, it will use a mix of PSI moves such as Hypnosis and Confusion. Krabby, I have a long history with this one. The River Crab Pokemon. Its pincers are not only powerful weapons, they are used for balance when walking sideways. And its evolved form, Kingler, the Pincer Pokemon. Those are some huge claws. The large pincer has 10,000 HP of crushing power. However, its huge size makes it unwieldy to use. Wow, that's pretty strong. Voltorb, the ball Pokemon, usually found in power plants. Easily mistaken for a Pokeball, they have zapped many people. And its evolved form, Electrode, the ball Pokemon as well. It stores electric energy under very high pressure. It often explodes with little or no provocation. Let's see. Next up is Marowak, the Bone Keeper Pokemon. The bone it holds is its key weapon. It throws the bone skillfully like a boomerang to KO targets. Okay, up next is Rhydon, the original Pokemon the very first Pokemon that was ever designed, actually. The Drill Pokemon. Protected by an armor-like hide, it is capable of living in molten lava of 3,600 degrees. Okay, let's see. Tangela, the one that we just got. The Vine Pokemon. The whole body is swamped with wide vines that are similar to seaweed. Its vines shake as if it walks. Okay. Horsey, the Dragon Pokemon. Known to shoot down flying bugs with precision blasts of ink from the surface of the water. sort of like an octopus or squid would in self-defense, I suppose. Seadra, the dragon Pokemon, capable of swimming backwards by rapidly flapping its wing-like pectoral fins and stout tail. Okay, let's see. Have I shown Goldeen yet? Well, it's the goldfish Pokemon, and its tail fin billows like an elegant ballroom dress, giving it the nickname of the Water Queen. Seaking, the goldfish Pokemon. In the autumn spawning season, they can be seen swimming powerfully up rivers and creeks. Okay, Staryu, the star-shaped Pokemon, an enigmatic Pokemon that can effortlessly regenerate any appendage it loses in battle. And its evolved form, Starmie, the mysterious Pokemon. Its central core glows with the 7 colors of the rainbow. Some people value the core as a gem. Let's see, what else is there? Slime, Scyther, I don't know if I've shown that one, but I think I have. Jinx, the human-shaped Pokemon. It seductively wiggles its hips as it walks. It can cause people to dance in unison with it. Let's see. Next up is Magmar, the Spitfire Pokemon. Its body always burns with an orange glow that enables it to hide perfectly among flames. And then there's Pinsir, which you can get in the Safari Zone or as a prize in the Game Corner in blue. The Stag Beetle Pokemon. If it fails to crush the victim in its pincers, it will swing it around and toss it hard. Tauros, the Wild Bull Pokemon. When it targets an enemy, it charges furiously while whipping its body with its long tails. Wait, what? Okay. I guess I forgot to get myself a Gyarados, so I'll take care of that later. Let's see. Here we go. Ammonite, the Spiral Pokemon. Although long extinct, in rare cases it can be genetically resurrected from fossils. And Amistar, the Spiral Pokemon, a prehistoric Pokemon that died out when its heavy shell made it impossible to catch prey. Kabuto, the Shellfish Pokemon, a Pokemon that was resurrected from a fossil found in what was once the ocean floor eons ago. And its evolved form, Kabutops, the Shellfish Pokemon. Its sleek shape is perfect for swimming. It slashes prey with its claws and drains the body fluids. I think we've already seen Aerodactyl, considering I showed it when I got it. And now, Dratini, the Dragon Pokemon. Long considered a mythical Pokemon until recently when a small colony was found living underwater. And its evolved form, Dragonair, the Dragon Pokemon. A mystical Pokemon that exudes a gentle aura. Has the ability to change climate conditions. And, that was quite a mouthful there. And a lot of text. Oh, sorry. Excuse me, you need a bicycle for cycling a road. That's what happens when you don't have the bike with you. Anyway. I'm gonna fly back to Viridian City for the next episode. I'm surprised that I got all that in this one episode, so yeah, I'm just gonna go grab my team back. Or at least Forest and Stinger, and put these 2 traded Pokemon into the PC. See ya, Mark. Oops. That one's full. So I suppose I'll see you in the next episode of Let's Play Pokemon Green version, where we'll be taking on the 8th and final gym, and when will I find a non-full box? Jeez. Yeah, I've pretty much filled up these boxes with all these Pokemon that I've been finding. Oh, come on! Oh well. Wait, where is it? Well, I'll see you in the next episode. See you then.